Okay. Found out some things. Not a ton, to be honest, considering how much reading I did. Right. Memory hole. Anybody know how many episodes this thing actually has? Oh, back again, huh? I still can't believe what happened yesterday. We got the perpetrator of the bombings. Everything looks that way, but at what cost? I mean, did we do the right thing, flagging Miss Matronerva as dangerous? Did we kill her in the end? Yes. Yes, we did. I wish you could talk to me at least this one time. Speaking into this one-way channel feels like barking at a wall endlessly. Worst of all, as you found out, Abraham Goldfell seemed to have incited and planned the assaults. We need to get him today. 5 episodes? You're close-ish? Okay. There must be some lead on him we overlooked. We'll keep observing all others in case we learn something new. Okay. So, what do we start with here? We've got something changed on the party website. What changed? Prime Minister. Is somebody missing here? Because it kind of looks like they are. Right. Harrison's timeline's been updated. Off to a slow start this chilled Sunday morning. This is going to be my day. I can fucking feel it. In case anybody does recognize the woman next to me, let me know. Just kidding. Very obviously, don't be mad at me, Marsa. So this is the life you get good money from, the national corrupter. I get it now. Fair enough. And the headlines. Alleged perpetrator of Bonton bombings dead. Heavy rainstorm ravages Bonton and Farview. Exclusive interview with Jim founder Ronson. Go Jim. Perpetrator. It's fine. Hey, Dalton. I'm not getting my notification when you stream. Aw, balls. Jim is behind it all. Yes. Jim Man. Jim Man has done it all. Jim Man is behind the bombings. Dalton, how are you? And police database for Nina. Aw. Charge multiple homicide. When prompted to surrender, the suspect instead shouted out aggressively while producing a firearm, aiming at one of the executing special agents. The suspect then opened fire, wounding Special Agent Redacted in the left shoulder. In defense, Special Agent Redacted drew his pistol and returned fire. As the situation briefing had already suggested, to proceed with extreme caution, the suspect was hit in the chest twice, causing her collapse. An ambulance was called, but the paramedics were unable to resuscitate the target. Time of death was announced at the scene. Dalton, how are you tonight, by the way? And welcome to Orwell, where we, manipulate information. Right, she was found dead. What's the official story? Listen, I don't like the reports either. We needed to cover the fact that this happens somewhere in public where we cannot frighten people. Sometimes their truth and ours have to divert for the common good. Huh. So, Special Forces team stormed the flat of Nina M. yesterday evening after evidence suggested she was the lead suspect in the case. Confronted by Special Forces, she drew a firearm and fired. The team returned fire, killing the suspect in the process. Upon searching the apartment of the deceased, they discovered nearly a dozen additional homemade explosive devices, which Nina has created with easily accessible chemicals, hardware, and military equipment. Investigative forces have indicated that the military-grade equipment belonged to Nina M. during her military service. which she was allowed to keep when she was dishonorably discharged. Wait, you let her keep a bunch of military equipment when you discharged her? Why? Upon receiving the news, Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix showed relief. Our endeavor to find this evil individual has finally been crowned with success. Right. So, a lot of my mind will be okay. Well, I hope it will be. And thank you for the hydrate. Hopefully we can provide some distraction if nothing else. Heavy rainstorm. Strong squalls. Okay, rainstorm. That's fine. Right. Phone call. From Harrison. Oh, from Juliet to Harrison. Right. O'Donnell speaking. Harrison, this is Juliet. Isn't this your office number? You're working on Sunday? Look, as much as I appreciate that I am once again so important to you, I'm a bit in between things. Okay, Juliet's working on that. Harrison, Nina's dead. Quit bullshitting me, it's not funny. Take a look at TNB if you don't believe me. What? She's been associated with the Bonton bombings, I can't believe it. Nina, you stupid piece of... Why in all hell? There's more. I spoke to her yesterday. She called me. I've never heard her so scared. She said she was being tracked by someone and needed to skip town. She just wanted to let me know what was going on in case anything happened to her. Then she packed a few things and went on her way. She did message me about someone tracking her as well. I thought this was a hacker who screwed her page. What did she tell you? She suspected someone was wiretapping her calls. She wasn't exactly willing to talk about it. I don't know for sure, but I think it could have been the police. Oh, this is brilliant. How long until they discover the connection to us? They might be listening to this call as we fucking speak. Why would they? We didn't do anything. Or did you? No, damn it! But it's becoming blatantly obvious that these government assholes are trying to set us up. The bombs are exactly where we held our protests. Then those letters with the song Abe obsessed about. And now you tell me you've been in contact with Nina just yesterday. Pretty much proof they were waiting for. We're cooked. Huh. You really believe the government has it in for us? I thought you and the government were best friends forever now that you're reading the opinion pieces. For that, what reason would they be after us? Why now? What did we do? Speak up against them one too many times. The fuck do I know? Well, seek help just in case. Help, who's gonna help us? Langley might be worth a shot. Cassandra's lawyer, don't you remember him? A lawyer, what do you want him to do? Bust law enforcement or the government? He understands our situation. Abe also knew Joseph. I talked to him recently. Okay. Really, Jules, they make the laws, then they break the laws. We will need to speak to language to understand. Can't see. Too many things. Kronos wants cuddles. There we go. Take it you got a better plan. We need to get people on our side. Turns things around. Abraham knew that. You're right. He did know that. So now you're set on miraculously achieving something that I thought spent 1.5 years. That thought spent 1.5 years attempting. This is not about thought. This is about defending myself. What's your defense? There is this guy. A guy. He goes by the name Initiate. Might actually be a girl. Who cares? Look, this hack on the Thought blog, that was a very elaborate hack. Our site is super safe. I'm not an amateur. This guy, whatever, is skilled. Initiate mentioned having no sympathy for the Gov. Plot. Plot is happening. You're gonna trust a random hacker who targeted Thought simply because he said he doesn't like the government. Why would he first threaten us and then work with us? Leave it to me, Jules. I'll persuade. Initiate with ease. Imagine the possibilities with our own hacker. Kronos, I need the mouse. You're in the way of the mouse. Kronos. Kronos. I need the mouse. Let me have the mouse. There we go. Okay, you know what? Have it your way. I'll have it mine. Arguing like a good old days. If you tell... Is your you tell alias still Julesy Kerr? Might be more secure than calling. Yeah, okay. There we go. Right. Okay, so what else do we have here? Abe knew Joseph. So that's good information. And They knew each other very well. This could be a new lead. I'll request to consider Yosef a target. Yet another person in our database because we're so convinced we're doing the right thing. Huh. Hey, Symes is actually starting to question things. We have clearance to proceed. We're going to need to know some basics on who Joseph Langley is. Remember to check old sources. Other than that, focus on hints to Abraham Goldfels. He's the center, the crux of it all. Interesting. About time he actually, started doing things. Right. Harrison believes the government wants the thought set up. There we go. Seems to be the natural reaction. They must be setting us up because we didn't do anything. I almost understand it. Almost. Let's try not to let Harrison get himself killed. I mean, gonna try. Although he is kind of a dick. I wouldn't feel too bad. I'd feel a little bad. Like this much. This much bad. He's really gaining sentience. Saturday, Sunday, she sure works a lot, but then so do we. Okay, so they're also having conversations elsewhere. And this is going to be, this is going to be for Langley. And there should be more information than that. Hold on. Notable alumni. There we go. And has his own law office. Some time ago, yes it was. There we go. Graduated from Stelligan in '92. Okay. Anything else? No. And there's his website. Law Offices of Joseph Langley. Okay. Another picture. Studied criminal law at Stelligan University in Bonton. Instantly after his graduation in '92, he's partnered with Catherine Delacroix. Oh. Okay, so hold on. Just gonna brainstorm and have my own little meta thought here. So Langley went to school and partnered with Delacroix. Delacroix is the head of the security for the entire nation. She also is responsible for the security bill. Now, if Yosef got involved either through Cassandra or through Abe and knew about this group, he could have very easily pulled the strings and set them up for all of this in order to make Delacroix's plan work. Yes? No? Am I explaining myself well? Right. I'm going to go with that assumption. I didn't even know she had a law career going before she actively joined politics. Mr. Langley definitely has been around. Yeah, they're definitely setting up the kids. So far, so good on Langley's background. Excluding the connection to Delacroix, everything seems unsurprising. What we need to know right now are his connections to Abraham Goldfels and possibly the other members of Thought. No, we don't. Right, year abroad in '90. And military service in '83. Don't doubt that means he has any combat service. I doubt that means he has any combat experience. Okay. What else do we got? And knows how to handle cases of various complexity. In his many years of justice advocate, he has gained valuable skills in a widespread area: assault, violent crimes, domestic violence, drug possession, gun possession, driving under the influence, corruption, contract violations, forgery and fraud, identity theft, copyright infringements, and parole and probation violations. Ah, took on the defense of Hendricks. Interesting. So, okay, his track records include Lion's Share Scandal, which received nationwide media coverage in 2010. In that case, he defended construction entrepreneur Elwood Hendricks, who had taken on government contracts for highway construction. When it became apparent his road pavement was of inferior quality than paid for, Hendricks' firm became subject to corruption investigation. Langley took on the defense of Hendricks, during which he was able to convincingly argue that Hendricks was actually acted on behalf of the Secretary of Transportation, Greenway, who had taken the largest part of the money put aside in the fraudulent process. The case ended with a minor sentence for Hendricks, whereas Greenway had to step down and was sentenced to imprisonment. This guy's a puppet. This guy's a puppet for the other person in government. I remember perfectly well. No way anybody missed the case at the time. That was either courageous or dumb. Seemingly, it turned out to be the former for some time. Now it might be the latter. And contact info. There's your phone number. And there's your email. And there's your address. Handy. Well, office address anyway. And that's a listener going off, so that's handy. Nothing else here. Right. We've got all sorts of things. So Harrison is talking, Juliet is talking to Langley. Langley is getting mail. Okay. I guess start at the bottom. Hey, wise ass, I know for a fact that you were messing around with Nina's PC yesterday. I have no idea who you are and why you suspect us of being involved in the Bonton bombings. Handy in case we need to shoot you escaping the back window, right? I wouldn't care less about a weirdo like you. What I do care about now is that Nina is dead. Dead, you get it? As in fucking killed. Killed by law enforcement. Soon enough, you will have some serious explaining to do, and it won't be to me, if you get what I mean. Lucky you, I'm not writing to continue this ridiculous battle or whatever this is. Now we've all made ourselves comfortable with the same sinking ship, I want to suggest something better than battling each other. You claim to be righteous, then be righteous. Become a member of thought. I mean, I guess we can report that. I don't know, we might need an initiate on our side. Okay. I thought Mr. O'Donnell left Thought. Now he's actively recruiting for the group. Make this exit seem unlikely. Poor idiot. Yeah, well. Right. A chat with Langley. I don't trust Langley. I don't trust Langley at all. Hello, am I talking to Joseph Langley? Hello there. Yes, you are. And who would you be? Man answers his own phone? As a lawyer? Lies. I'm Juliet, Cassandra's friend. We spoke a couple days ago. Of course. Hey, Juliet, how can I help you? Honestly, I don't quite know where to start. By the way, I heard from Cassandra. I'm sorry I didn't back to you yet. Really? That's good. Where is she? It's not good. She got arrested. What? Why? Anytime. I was informed Cassandra had been taken into custody. Apparently they have new evidence regarding the attack on that officer. I tried to call immediately, but they claimed she didn't want to talk to me. That's their official statement. Where did they suddenly dig up new evidence from? Not me. Wasn't me. It's fine. I didn't do it. I have no idea, but I've had it with their shenanigans. It's just so annoying that I cannot talk to her. I've been trying every precedent I know to get in contact with her. This sadly aligns perfectly with another incident. You've probably read TNB today. You mean about the Bonton bombings perpetrator? Yes, the woman that died, Nina. She was a friend, also a member of the group Thought. Oh no, I'm so sorry, I had no idea. I bet you didn't. It's okay, you couldn't possibly have known. You're right, this is very troubling. Come to think of it, Abraham asked me for a favor for someone called Nina once, quite some time ago. I hope it wasn't this Nina. Might well be. I doubt Abe knew of many other people named Nina. What was the favor about? Just a small thing, nothing of importance. Right. Right. I just spoke to Harrison, another member of the group. We agree the police might be investigating us next. They might be on to everyone in thought now. They might lock us up straight away. I mean, can they do that? Even with the safety bill in place, they still need solid indication that you were involved with the actual bombings. Although honestly, I'm not sure what constitutes as solid indications these days. Is there anything we can do, that you can do? Kristen, thank you very much for the raid. Be right with you, reading conversations. Juliet, I appreciate that you've come to me. It really is worrying, and I would take this on immediately were it not for Cassie. I made the mistake to set false priorities once. I owe Cassandra to get her out of this first. Yosef, Nina is dead. She got shot. There's no telling if you're next. Zidulon and Kristen, welcome to the chat. How are you guys? Give me just a sec. As soon as this is done scrolling, I'll be able to actually give a quick shout out. Need time to read some more specialized codes of law again, write some emails, see if there is legal limbo or basically anything I can do for Cassandra. Maybe I'll come across something that might help you as well. After all, these cases seem connected. It's all I can offer. I hope you understand. I do. It's kind of a relief. Thank you. Wish I could do more. I'll let you know. Okay, bye. Excellent. Welcome in, Raiders. I am LeftToeDjinn. I'm a variety streamer. We are currently playing Orwell, which is exactly what it sounds like. Give you a quick shout out. There we go. We happy few. Lovely game, yes. It's late, super sleepy, saw you on, thought, let's go see him. Nice. How are you enjoying We Happy Few? Such a good game. I never beat it. I got close, but never beat it. If you guys aren't following, it's Kristen A, by the way. You definitely should. Very entertaining streamer. But yeah, Orwell. Basically, you know how everybody jokes that the FBI is watching things that they type? Well, that's what we're doing. We get to be the FBI, essentially, and investigate things that people are doing. Like, read this person's mail, check everybody's websites against each other by logging in as them. It's good stuff. Really enjoying it. Love the story that's happening. Yeah. Oh, this game is great. We're getting towards the end of it, so it might be a little spoilerly at this point. Hopefully not. Thank you very much for the follow. Is it Zidulan? Zidulan? Terrible at parsing names sometimes. I apologize. Have you played Not for Broadcast? I've played up through the second season that they did? Something like that. I'm not sure exactly how they're labeling it, but yeah, where the surprising thing happened with the male broadcaster. Love the game. Love the game, but I've played up to there. Hey, Bathrobe. Short game? Yes. Okay, so we need to collect information in order to report on these people, and we can manipulate that information however we want. Also, the fact that Langley is kind of the guy we're suspecting right now. Ooh. Right. So, Abrams, there we go. He asked a favor for Nina, but Langley won't tell us what that was about. Interesting. Such a good game. Just the way you described the game kind of made me think of Not for Broadcast. No, very similar. Yes. Sorry, I'm stammering. Tired. But yeah, very similar in that respect. Kind of a dystopian kind of world, so very Orwellian in that kind of sense. Thus the title. But yeah, this is very much a surveillance state, and it's your job to report on the things that you find. Now, you don't necessarily have to report accurately. Like, earlier in the game, we could have reported somebody who was having a conversation with her boyfriend when she said, well, I stole your credit card. And it could have reported just that line, that she stole his credit card. And then she would have been arrested as a thief for stealing a credit card. She got arrested for other things later that were uninvolved. But still, you can make choices like that in this game, which I approve of. A favor from Miss Matronova, that could be important. Follow the lead. Okay, what else do we have for you? I owe Cassandra to get her out of this. I mean, I don't think he's actually concerned. I think he's trying to cover his own ass. But let's do that. Oh, it's a great game. Yeah, I highly recommend it. We already did the giveaway for this, unfortunately, because I was giving away this version of the game. But yeah, excellent game. I think it should be on... Yeah, it should be on Humble. I think it's fairly cheap right now. It's 15% off. It's not terrible. So it's not too bad. But yeah, excellent game. So much fun. If I'd be in that situation, I would be trying to get my girlfriend out of there too. I mean, I guess there is that. But I still think Langley is a bastard. Right. So that is all we have for that conversation. Oh god, so many things. Everything's happening at once. Right, so... Initiate's reply. Troubling, very troubling. I'm sorry for what happened, but answer me this. How can I join thought when I am already a part of it? What? Explain yourself, Initiate. Send me an answer to this link. He is a member already. Why didn't we find any hints of his history from thought? Good question. Status, friend me to get Express Security Flaw news. Okay. I don't know if we should be... Okay, well, obviously we're gonna say his portrait is the dog. There we go. That's not the dog we're looking for. Yes, it is Symes. You don't know. People will suspect the dog. Start taking things seriously. No! I will not take things seriously. Right. Warrior of the Web. Birthday. God, Symes, go away. June 23rd, 1912. I'm sure that's accurate. Kinda old for a hacker. Perhaps he's a little green alien living in a swamp planet. I just like pissing off Symes. Really makes my day. And the omnipresent interwebs. And he's interested in entertaining the masses. I approve. Also, he likes giraffe with hats. I, too, like giraffes with hats. So he's hacking because he finds this entertaining. Can you explain to me what's entertaining about defacing and breaking stuff? Symes, you have no soul, man. Like, seriously. Also, lazy passwords, National Bread Eating Olympics, and memes. Nice. Today. So it begins. The Web Warrior hereby declares the data wars on all of you. I make my profiles on social media much like this, to be honest. Them are good hats. Damn right. Excellent hats. I have a top hat. I approve. Don't much like the fedora look, but if it's an old fedora, I could get behind that. I still headcanon Symes as an AI. I approve. Data Wars. What's Data Wars? Teleport what's right or wrong about me in here, and thou shalt be rewarded. It's a trap. Okay. And back on the 8th, community, listen everyone. Initiate made a little game for you. I call it Horn versus Horn, and it will be available to everyone to play soonish. Those of you who want to play right now, drop me a line. I'll get you invited to the beta test. I mean, I kind of want to play. Yes, play. No, come on. Let me... Aw. So freaking close. This sucks. I lose at it every time. Are you not entertained? 2017 memes. Look at that. It's actually older than that, but still. You're cheating. No way, my games are entirely fair. You need to learn to play as much as you need to improve your orthography. Great. Open letter to Victor Rosen. Okay. I hate reading all of this, but okay. You are my idol. I really admire you and your style. You've got an awesome tech company you call your own and wear shiny snake leather boots, so that have probably been assembled by children in Ustavakia. So many hipsters look up to you, wanting to be just a little bit more like you. There is not much more a man could want in life. Something is bothering me though. As a bright star of the tech world, you've got to improve your security. Look, if you used a login like Vorsen and password da, it wouldn't be a big deal. No one would give a damn. But for a luminous figure like yourself, just imagine what would happen when somebody who's nothing as benevolent as myself would find those out and post them openly, say in timelines or in any other social media platform. Embarrassing, wouldn't it? I like this guy. All I demand in return is to have a chat with you personally. There's something that has been bothering me for quite some time now, even though I got a glimpse into the Rosen Ivory Tower already. Okay. Interesting. We'll go for that. You were never available, so let's give that another try. I use a chat tool called Silent Scream that I've written myself, which will connect to any other chat tool, so use whenever you like. My nick for Silent Scream is Root. Of course he would have gone there. Everyone I know who is remotely into tech or programming wants to work there. Which is quite mind-boggling to me. They actually hire a lot of interns and only very few people who get permanent contracts. Okay. Silent Scream name is Root. There we go. So if we need to contact him, we can. I can imagine Rawson kicking butts with his leather boots right now. Is that for real? For real as myself? Tried the password, didn't work. He probably changed it. He never getting to chat with you. No chat, no message, no nothing. Bummer. I thought so highly of him. Aw. Poor initiate. Right. So, we've got that. What am I missing? Ah, right. So, Langley has more... Okay. Unknown person, mail to Langley. Hello, Yosef. I assume you know who I am. It has come to my attention that one of your clients, a certain Cassandra Watergate, is currently held in investigative custody. As far as I am informed, the both of you have some kind of liaison. While this is not of my concern, it's heartbreaking to know lovers are apart from each other. I'm in a position to change that if you deliver incriminating material for a person named Abraham Goldfels, a member of the activist group Thought, of whom I know you have been in contact. Let me know if you are willing to assist me in this, and I will see to it Cassandra receives a helping hand from a friend. Okay. Is it possible he's actually being blackmailed? I mean, he's still a bastard, but... Is this our hacker friend? Probably not. And urgent request. To an unknown person. Laverne. Please excuse me mailing you on a Sunday, but I have an urgent matter at hand. I'm driving to the office now, and I need to use my private notebook. Can you please unlock the ID of that PC for our local network server for me? Thank you, and have a nice Sunday. There's one thing I needed to mention. What do you want, Symes? The head engineer warned me that apparently there was a glitch that caused devices we were monitoring to malfunction. What did you do? You didn't worry, this issue has now been fixed. I don't believe you. Not even slightly. Right. Done. Don't work too much, Laverne. I have not been in contact with Abraham Goldfels for a long time. I cannot meet your demands. I will deliver additional information on members of the activist group Thought. Okay. Only if you mind our agreement, Cassandra Watergate must be set free tomorrow, not a day later. Right, what do we have here? Didn't expect him to give in so easily. Let's wait and see where this goes the next time he talks to members of Thought. Okay, what's in your trash? Ah, the man empties his trash. Right, smart man. Okay, system. What have you been browsing? Ooh, he also clears his history. Okay. Mail. Office. Request considering investigative custody of my client. Okay, this was today. Regarding your request to release your client Cassandra from investigative custody, unfortunately have to inform you that your request has been denied. Though it is true Miss Watergate is undoubtedly not directly involved in the incidents known as the Bonton bombings, we have multiple indications connecting her to a group known as Thought, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Our meeting. Dear Mr. Yang, from yesterday, I would like to thank you for the business meeting. It was great to finally meet you in person. Your case truly deserves a dedicated and equally experienced lawyer. After some carefully conducted consideration, it is with utmost regret that I have to inform you I do not have the capacities required for the case of this complexity at this time. Mr. Yang. Mr. Yang. Yang Don-hyun. Okay, 2 Cent Corp. Interesting. Don't know who they are. So, rejected a recent case due to missing capacity. And that's his bank account info. Let's go ahead and snipe that. Okay, what else do we have? Feedback from 2 days ago. Gone through your books for a 3rd time this morning as you requested, and sadly I can only confirm what I told you earlier. You may not notice it right now because of slow decline, but you're on your way to hit rock bottom some black day in the future. Okay, so he is having business trouble, but he turned down a big client. Interesting. Business isn't running so well, it seems. Too few crimes, I suppose. We must be doing something right. Symes, you're an idiot. Excuse me for sounding like a broken record, but these are major issues I see. Apart from your number of clients dropping steadily, your expenses since the end of 2016, especially via that credit card of yours, went up by a whopping 218%. Wow. Any idea what the reason for that might be? Then there's this recurring donation that's been going on for some time. I can respect that you want to help out a friend of something, but you have to stop at some point. If all the expenses are a must, well, I would definitely agree with laying off Mrs. Winters, as you mentioned. Due to the fact that your clients are dropping anyway, why have a dedicated secretary around any longer than needed? Okay. As an employee named Mrs. Winters. Symes, you miss all the obvious. Right. We also have private mail. I need to ask you a favor from the 12th. My dear friend Indubio. Okay. So he has another handle online, Indubio. Now we're friends, maybe this friendship is worth investigating further. I hope this mail finds you in good health. First of all, I'd like to apologize for not having been able to write you as often as I should have. I hope you don't think I avoided writing due to asking you about ongoing financial support for Nina. Okay, so that's what he was asked about. Abraham asked him to support Nina, which apparently he's doing because we know he's in financial trouble. So let's do that. He might have supported the perpetrator. We have to investigate this further, look for hints if there is really an ongoing financial support. There is a young woman, her name is Cassandra, who is a member of my debate club. She has just undeservedly stumbled into trouble very recently and requires nothing but the best defense attorney. Okay, so Goldfell's got her Langley as a lawyer. Of course, you immediately sprung to mind after the wonderful job you did as counsel in my case. Okay. Hopefully we can get some information on what the hell that case was. So this is how they knew each other. Goldfell's was his client. Which raises the question, what was his case about? Symes? Seriously, give it the times. Without a doubt, you must have heard about the riots at Freedom Plaza 2 days ago. Probably also about the injured police officer. I will not beat around the bush. Cassandra is the prime suspect for said injury, so taking on this case might bring some PR, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Abraham got him as her lawyer. Interesting. What do you got for pictures? Supporter of the Children of Parges Foundation. Okay. Damn it. I wanted to click pictures, not... never mind. Right. A wedding? Really? This looks fairly old. 93, yeah. So he was married. Also, there's a sundown trophy. Probably not worried about that, to be honest. Well, it updates... Oh! And there's Abraham. Okay, yeah, screw it. We'll get both of those. That gets us some more info. And Dancing in the Rain. So this is going to be a more recent picture with him and Cassandra. Okay. We've got more going on in the listener. Oh, with Initiate and Harrison. Okay. And then we have... There we go. Let's take a look at Langley's bank information. So... Client meeting, $180 on the 14th. Wow. Cassandra bought a $400 bottle of wine at the beginning of the game. Good God. Also, he has quite a bit of cash just chilling. I don't know about you, but I don't know if I'd have $50,000 in cash sitting in a bank. Right. Invoice for Jones and Vogel, office supplies, another client meeting, recurring donation of $1,000. Okay. So there might be something to the connection between Yosef and Nina after all. If you can find one last indication that this might be meant for Nina, that would be enough for investigative custody. Okay. So before we do that, we need to decide if we want to get him in prison or not. Also, I have a conflict with this somewhere. Hi, Kronos. What are you doing? And we have mail from a couple of days ago. Gone through your books, third time, right. This is the recurring donation. So we've got that. And certificate is issued due to Mr. Joseph Langley's outstanding ongoing financial support of our actions over the years. Okay. So do we think he's giving money to the Children of Parges, or do we think he sends money to a friend? Interesting. Feedback on your request, that's still sitting there. And we don't know about that one. Okay. What else do we have in here? There we go. Government versus Abraham Goldfells. Okay, from 2015. Defendant is accused of breaching the terms of employment contract with the plaintiff, and the defendant had entered March 15th, 2013. Who's the plaintiff? The government of the nation. Okay. So Abraham used to work for the government. Interesting. This is a true surprise. I've never heard this name here. Never. Someone must know him if that's true. Why was he sued over a breach of contract? Well, I'm getting to that. Plaintiff's claim was granted, though a medical condition of the defendant could be proven by his physician, Dr. Daniel Lyons. The court could see no justification for the defendant's absence from work, since the defendant appears to be in a healthy condition at the time of the verdict. The court was able to recognize a breach of the terms of employment contract, causing substantial loss for the plaintiff by the defendant. Okay. Apparently he's got a medical condition. We're getting closer to the bottom of this. Seems to explain a lot. He felt too sick to work, tried to get out, was charged for it instead, and found guilty. Considering the facts, the bombings are starting to look a very weird kind of vendetta to me. High time we find Abraham. Defendant is sentenced to compensate the plaintiff by paying for compensation equal to his previous salary during a 6-month time span. Huh. Additionally, the defendant must reimburse any salary he might have received during his absence. This is considered highly classified. No media or public is permitted in court. Interesting. So it was a secret trial. Okay. We also have the Sundown Fishing Club, which is definitely a thing that is probably not going to waste all of our time. We have stuff about fishing. We also have Watergate Pharmaceuticals up on the front page. That's fun. The club itself, nothing. Gallery. That's what we saw already. And that was from 2014. So they knew each other before then. Interesting. Catch of the Month trophy goes to Yosef. Okay. Huge. Thanks, guys. In dubio. Okay. So Abraham found him via the fishing website. Declare this year's season's closed. Okay. Fishing. Ah! Abraham. Interesting. 2015, but still. He's been around for some time as a temporary member. Now he has made the best decision of his life and joined us. Please welcome to the club, Abraham. Okay. Saw you around last time. Didn't have a chance to talk to you. Thought you were in the club for men. We just let anyone in now. Is there any problem with Abe? You bet your ass there is. We never had a fag in the club. Aha. Well, that was derogatory. Hopefully you died somewhere horribly. Why would it matter? Abraham's gay. Okay. Fred told me he was practically asked out by him once. Proof enough. It's not a lot of relevance. This is a man's club. Right, this guy's a douchebag. Let's hope he dies in a fire. Now I get why your wife, Barbara, divorced you. It all makes sense. You like men a little too much. Okay. So we do know that Langley's wife left him. So the only other conflict would be that he's married. So we do know that he's divorced. That's fine. So there you go. Don't think we should mess with Mr. Langley's private life this much. That isn't what we're after. He's so upset. Right. Honestly, I don't care if Abraham's gay or not. And that's all of the gallery. Okay. And we have another part of the thought that was unlocked from 2013. Dear reader, yesterday a most uncomfortable inquiry reached me. Out of all the possibilities the universe has to offer, this is the one I would have expected last. The government has requested me to work for them. The government, the very same government bringing forth the dangerous safety bill, allowing to prosecute on suggestive evidence alone. I do not understand the nature of the call. They did their research, as they were completely aware of my views and all of the work in Stelligan. Why would they specifically call on me? This got me puzzled to the utmost, and I cannot seem to work out what they would need me for. All I've been told is that the work would be needed on a large-scale, groundbreaking project. Buzzwords bereft of meaning. Naturally, they would not elaborate on any questions. Naturally, I refuse the contract. Okay, so he claims to have turned down the government contract. But did he? You refused at first, then took the contract after all, only then to breach it. A guest wrote, "You can't be serious. I would not want to see you work for the government, Abe. Don't do that. Nothing good has ever come of anything they have done. You do that and I'm out. Your most loyal reader. Out. Just like that. My friend, I have no intention to work for the government, yet I wonder what might be the root of all of this, whether it is something nefarious they have in store, and whether whatever it is might be turned into something good." What were you up to? And we do have the medical database on Goldfells. Born July 4th, that's fine. Possible address. Okay. How's everybody doing, by the way? Hope I'm not reading too fast or anything. Abraham's address. Well done. I'll request a team to investigate immediately. Somehow I doubt he's around. Continue your work. I'll notify you when the team has reported back to me. Okay. Patient has reported increasing nagging pain in the epigastric region he experienced for several months, especially during nights. Similar to nausea. Okay. Also reported decreased appetite, resulting in loss of weight. Okay. Examination. Infestation of parotid lymph nodes. No pathologic findings. Blood sample taken to check for tumor markers, awaiting lab report. Carcinoma the size of approximately 2.8 centimeters has been found in the head of the pancreas. Several parotid lobes nodes metastases have been detected. Distant metastases on surrounding organs could not be diagnosed. Gotcha. So he has cancer and it can't be cut out. Yes, cancer. Thank you, Symes. The tumor has suppressed the state of being operable due to the metastases found on the parotid lymph nodes. The patient has been informed about the circumstances as well. The fact the average life expectancy is 6 to 12 months at the state the cancer is, though outliers with years to live exist. When was this? This was 2015, so he's beat the odds. Interesting. That's so harsh, but does that mean this man has nothing to lose? No, because the date was 2015. I really wish I could give full information. Right, do we have previous? No, that's the only record we have for him. Okay. And the only gallery thing we have is... that is... yeah, until we figure out what the conflict is. Sorry, cat hair. I don't want to dissuade that. So... right, initiate. What are you and Harrison talking about? Hello, wise ass. Anyone there? So you found your way here, Harrison. Digging through your timeline was a pain in the ass. Why didn't you just tell me you wanted to chat? When you told me what happened to Nina, I went straight on to research. I got the impression that the government is up to no good. Well, we are. It's true. Great work, Captain Obvious. I did find something you won't like any one bit. Orwell. Yes, that would be us. Hello. Hi. What is Orwell? It's a good question. We did everything to keep it outside of the nation and until we were ready for the revelation, and now it's unfortunate people have become aware ahead of time. We must tread very carefully. They will not speak so openly any longer, I fear. Okay, so what is Orwell? Now we know Harrison's aware of Orwell. There we go. It's a good question. Seems it is a system that can put everything on the web under surveillance. What exactly do you mean by everything? Everything as in this very convo. Every call, web page, maybe PCs, whatever. You're bullshitting me. I'm not. I wish I was. Let's assume for a sec you're right. How do they pull this off? Storage alone is one thing, but actively going through all of it? They outsource surveillance to people outside of the nation. Those people are supposed to collect pieces of data from websites, all kinds of communication and whatnot, and send it to Orwell mainframe. It's safe to assume that nothing is safe anymore. How come you never heard of it? Even more importantly, how come you have? I have very good connection to some hackers outside the nation. Okay. They knew a thing or two about the secret recruiting for this shit without letting people in the nation know. Real hacker network, unfortunately we can't go after people outside of the nation. Fair enough. Don't know how exactly they pull that off, but they do. And that also explains what happened to Nina, I guess. This is fucking crazy. Do they have no decency, no fucking respect for privacy and for Nina? Hell, this is everything we fought against. Harrison, don't. You need to watch your tongue. I do not need to watch my tongue. Yeah, that's Harrison. Please chill, or you will regret it. I will not chill until this madness stops. I already got an idea, tailor-made for you. If we discuss things like that here, you'll get us both locked up. Let's meet somewhere then. Say the word, and they will be there too. It's got a point. We are watching. It must be something we can do to talk without the possibility of somebody snooping around. We can't stand around doing nothing. Well, there's one thing. It's a bit risky. You are using my chat tool right now as well, aren't you? Well, if you wanted to live my life in a cage, I'd go live in a fucking zoo. The system needs to be shut down. Yeah, it's abominable, but yeah, I am. The tool has a built-in cipher. Oh, handy. Alright, you guys do you then. It's a custom encryption algorithm written by me, easy to break, but off record, and that's what we need. They probably cannot break this, not right away. It gives us a couple of messages, probably. What are you waiting for? Go for it. Okay, now they're going to start talking in a cipher. Activate it now. Just remember to write quickly. And keep your fingers crossed this will work at all. Okay. And now we get a cipher. Fun. I wonder if it's a real cipher. I'm guessing no. I'm getting reports of an unknown cryptography here. Don't worry, Orwell should break the encryption in mere seconds. Oh. Judging by the fact that there's so many recurring characters, I'm going to say this is probably not a real cipher. But that's fine. It could work. I will need some time to localize the entry point, and then I'll only have seconds. One thing, what will you do with what I find there? Okay. Start a war on the government. I like Harrison. I don't know, you're talking of war and shit gives me the chills. You know what, I'm not going to report that. Not right now, anyway. Not unless I need it to progress the game somehow. You told me you don't have to have any love for the Gov. You were already part of thought. Now prove it. Your chance to do something with relevance to it, instead of hacking people's sites for fun. Okay, fine. Time to get to work. Don't forget to send me your stuff. O'Donnell out. The National Beholder just published. Oh, best see for yourself. Okay. Well, first things first. Pictures. No, not pictures. What am I looking for? Ah, right. So, I'm going to say that Langley probably donates to... He probably donates to Nina, or donated to Nina. Because $1,000 all the, like, every single time. but that will get Langley arrested, which is not necessarily something I want. Let's throw it off. Let's say that he donates to the Parges Foundation. That's what the payments are for. Guess Mr. Langley is off the hook. Okay, so we saved his ass. Now, what's the headline they wanted me to look at? Okay. Imagine you're looking my way now, aren't you? I have absolutely no idea who leaked the info, certainly not me. Okay, so this would be the friend of Langley, then. Only very few people can access the data on our back end. That doesn't exactly aid us in our investigations, quite the opposite, probably we need to hurry. Okay. Seems that the Bonton bombing's perpetrator yesterday, identified as Nina M., might not have been working alone. Information from a reliable source implies she belonged to the Bonton-based group Thought. This self-proclaimed activist group seems to be behind a number of violent demonstrations that have been held around Bonton. One of the articles on their mostly locked-up blog also quotes from Die Gedanken sind frei, the lyrics occurring in the letters spread prior to the bombings. Right. We have a live chat going. Harrison and Juliet and somebody else. Harrison from an unknown person. Your entanglements with suspicious groups. Dear Mr. O'Donnell, it has been brought to our attention you have actively participated in suspicious groups in the past or present. I consider it to be unnecessary to elaborate how this is against the work regulations and our expectations of neutrality toward every journalist employed at the National Beholder. Right, he's getting fired then. We hereby inform you about the immediate termination of your work contract regarding the National Opinion column and any other articles, texts, or reports. Okay, so he's been fired. That's fine. Well, it probably sucks for him. A side effect of the leak, probably. I wonder what else got out to the TMB. Most of all, who did this? I mean, we have the capacity to look that up. All right. Freedom is on 3. What's changed here? Oh. Right. Comments. So you're the guys who bombed the Freedom Memorial. Hearty fuck you to you. Hope you fuckers die of cancer. Don't get why someone would kill people to get their message. Die in hell. Bastards. Dare to judge life and death. Just fuck you. Repeated infinitum. Target for DDoS task acquired. Screw all you punk ass bitches. You hide in articles. Okay. Interesting. People are mad. And oh, it's ongoing. Right. We want you out. You are the thought, then get mind blown. Okay, this is gonna keep going, isn't it? Right. So, Harrison and Juliet. Have to head to bed. Grabbed a copy of this so I can give it a try. Have an awesome rest of the stream. So glad I could hang out for a bit. I'm glad you tuned in, Kristen. I hope you have an excellent sleep. Hope to see you soon. Yeah, I'll probably pop in on one of your streams again shortly. I enjoy watching your streams. So if you guys aren't following, it's Kristen A. You definitely should. Great fun. So have an excellent sleep. Right. Harrison and Juliet. What do you got? Hey. Seems the government just fired the first shots. Okay, seems so. I thought they might take longer to trace it back to Thought. I didn't expect the TMB would openly write about it. Those TMB fuckers fired me. Yeah, well. They did? So quickly? Wow, they must have really loved you. Now, there's another thing. Cass has been arrested, her lawyer told me. What? Fuck. Just as I thought, it couldn't get worse. Yeah, well, you thought wrong. What was about new evidence in her officer injury, not these bombings? Looks like some ugliness is headed our way from all sides at once. Think the police will follow the lead too. Just a matter of time. Well... Harrison, I'm scared. Aw. Yeah. Don't be. It's not... Did your hacker say something? Oh, that. You gonna spill the beans, Harrison? The guy's crazy, completely nuts. I don't know why I ever thought of asking him. Don't get your hopes up. Oh, damn. Yeah, fair enough. What about this lawyer you talked to? Seems like we'll have use for him soon. Joseph says he's busy trying to get Cassandra out. Son of a bitch! Fair enough. What would you do if whatever her name was arrested, huh? What would you do if I was? Yeah, I get it. No need to lecture me. Okay. Joseph did say he might give us advice if he finds anything. I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. Of course he will, right after he sends us his invoice. Gotta face it, we're on our own in this. I mean, yeah, you are. Wait a sec. He just texted me, give me a second. Wait, do we have to do split screens? We do. Okay. Hello, Juliet. Hi again. There we go. Just had a look at the news. Exactly what we feared. Okay. It's looking pretty harsh, yes, but I made an interesting discovery that we have to have a word about. Need to talk to you and your colleague, Harrison. I was just chatting to him. I don't like where this is going. I think this guy's a rat. Says the rat. I can set up a conference call. He's eager to meet you. That would be great. Give me a moment. Okay. Session closed. Who wants to talk? Let's set up a conference call. Wait. Nina mentioned the cops were wiretapping her calls, said it herself. Why not chat? It's not going to help you. I think a call is much more appropriate for legal counsel, raises less eyebrows, and chats might be logged just as easily. We're just on the verge of a couple seeking advice, right? Couple. We need to do this. Don't speak too openly. Don't mention wiretaps, okay? I don't like this, but all right. And there's the call. Getting very interesting, isn't it? Hello. Hey. Hey, Yosef. Seems this is working. Hello, Harrison, I presume. Yeah, and you're the law guy. Right, the law guy. Call me Yosef. Alright, Yosef. I just read about your group on the TMB. I guess this isn't exactly brightening things up for you. You could say that. So, Jules here is a big faith in your skills. Yosef, care to elaborate on what you found out? Okay, so y'all know the safety bill. Yes. All in all, that's an aggregation of paragraphs to get people behind bars much more easily and to pry on their lives if necessary. If necessary? No, they use it as a sorry excuse for spying on people all the time. Intimidate them. Yes, I understand. What's particularly dangerous about it for you is that individuals might be prosecuted by mere indication of threats to the nation. Gotcha. In specific situations, it will be more than enough to point at a word you said in a rage to consider you dangerous. That's enough to hold you for some time. But what's even more problematic for you is the so-called transitivity of the indication. The what? You all form a group, an activist group. This links you to one another. Now, if there's sufficient evidence that, say, Abraham created thought to commit crimes or even acts of terrorism, well, they have grounds to arrest you all. But we didn't do anything. How is this just? This is so freaking outrageous, they'll just twist and turn the evidence until they get what they need. Need to be very careful from now on. Can we do something about this? We need explicit evidence showing Abraham created this group to be peaceful. Prove it beyond any doubt. This is why I need to ask you about Abraham, find out his original intentions. Okay, he's getting information for the bribe. Gotcha. Okay, ask away. The two of us were friends for a while, but I never got the feeling he told me a lot about what was going on in his life. He was very reclusive. Okay. Indeed, that's what he was like, except for when he was around Thought. How was Thought formed? He found out about me discovering my blog, said he wanted to start a debate club. I said fine. We had a couple of lame meetings, nothing much happened. A debate club, that could be good, that could hardly be regarded as a terrorist cell. Yeah, but Abe was obsessed with getting his message out, and make people aware that the government is doing. Okay. Okay, that could be misinterpreted. What about protests? Went to Nina's plan for the Circle Mall, turned out to be a catastrophe. And Juliet, at what point did you join Thought? During my studies, I met Abraham online by chance. He motivated me to take his course. Okay. I guess that's safe enough to put up. Then Jules took over the planning of the two other protests. So you could say Abraham intended violence and outrage. No, Abe hated violence. He wanted us to stay peaceful at all times. This is positive. So it was individual planning this. Did someone in particular incite this? False intentions and bad planning caused this. You, Nina, Fett, me, each and every one of us is guilty of deviating from Abe's intentions in their own way. Jules, you don't know what you're talking about. It was Nina. She neglected Abe's wishes, not us. Well, we can blame the dead girl, so that's nice. Or I could say it's everybody's fault. I mean, blaming the dead girl, probably the safest way to do it, because it's not like she's gonna go to jail for it. Poor idiots. It's a good scapegoat. It is, yeah. I'm gonna go for that. Right. So we're gonna pin this on Nina. She's already dead. She won't mind. Not sure if I'm willing to believe that this is really contradictory to what Abraham Goldfels wanted. If so, why didn't he do anything about it? Okay. Nobody's innocent here. Not me, not you, nobody. I fear this is getting us nowhere. To make sure you won't be prosecuted as a whole group, I will need to speak to Abraham. He's gone. We don't know where. We don't know how to reach him. Sadly, yes. Oh well, I will need to get back to writing some emails to get Cassandra out of this mess. So yeah, he's immediately going to start ratting on him. I suppose it's going to benefit you two as well if Cassandra is removed from custody, so don't worry, I'll get back to you. Goodbye. Thanks, don't mention it. Goodbye. He quit the session. Your lawyer wasn't too helpful. Come on, give him a rest. This is a complicated situation for all of us. Yeah, so what next? I suggest we meet somewhere in town and come up with a good plan. What about the old meeting place? Okay. I guess... Yeah, I'll upload that. That's fine. I mean, that place? Yeah, of course. Just need to do something first. Somewhere important to them. Shame they didn't say. Arresting either of them is out of the question at this time anyway. We don't have enough evidence against them. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so they're going to the meeting place. Jules took over planner of the two thought projects. That's probably fine. And findings so far has shown that Harrison O'Donnell has been involved in the planning of Thought's protests, but since we know that Miss Machinova planned the first protest, this finding now leaves no room for him. Did we make a mistake? Was Mr. O'Donnell not involved in the planning? Abe's obsessed with spreading anti-government messages. Maybe. Is that all I have? That's all I have. Right, let's leave that for now. And how to start repairing my notebook. So this is how we find them if we want to. And that's her PC. Right. So I got this new notebook for my studies as a Christmas present for my parents. It was working fine until last week. After a short presentation on the media department expo, the damn thing just won't turn on. I think something's loose in the inside. My dad said I should just turn it, determine to fix it. Okay, so we have her computer, which probably is going to get everybody in trouble.